Loretta with Custom Creation by Lowe's, just coming back to do the demold of the plaque, the frame parts, the first coaster, and the plate. And so we'll go ahead and demold those and see how they come out. Just a little over pour. I did do one of the hearts because I did want to see how they work on this. So that's just one little heart. I'll do some more when I come, time to decide what color we're going to do. I think pouring the resin first and then painting it was a much better idea. Because like I said, I would never have been able to clean in between all these little letters because they're so small. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see. It just turned out really pretty. I like that glitter in there. Just looking to see if I saw any bubbles. No. So what do you think? I know it's hard to see, but once I get it painted up, I'll bring it back. I'm not going to do that right now because there is a lot to demold and it's still just a little bit soft. So I do want to make sure that take a little time to do that. Now I do see, I can't tell if that's bubbles or if that's the way the mold is made in some of the letters. Let's see. Nope, that's the way the mold was made, so wasn't anything that I did, thankfully. Alright, so anyway, so that's the birthday calendar. And it's going to be so pretty once we paint up this with the silver and the lettering with black. I think it's going to be really pretty. So let me set that here out of the way. Oops. There we go. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and do this stand or frame, whatever you want to call this. Still a little soft. Here we go. And you can see it's kind of soft. Let me lay that down real quick. Oops. So what happens is, and I'm not going to put these together right now since they're soft, but the little nubbies here, they fit into there, and then the stand will be like that. Next next thing we're going to do to mold is going to be our, lay this way, our puzzle piece of the coaster. Like I said, I'm going to be making 4 of these, pretty much as close to possible as I can to make for coasters. But again, I'm doing this in Tennessee Volunteers for my brother-in-law and for his birthday. And thinking about I'm going to do something with my Cricut. I'm not sure quite yet what it will be. So there's that one. No molds. No bubbles in that. A little bit of a trim to do here. So there's that. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Okay, this one. This one I really don't know. You know what, I need to lay that there so it's flat. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this mold, so I really have no idea. I'm sure the plate itself will be fine. I'm worried about the black that I was trying to do, but again, I think it should be okay. Definitely is not going to be perfect. Okay, just breaking the seal on this right now. See if we can get it off. Sorry, I'm not right up underneath the camera. I'm having to kind of put it against me and hold it. That folded back. There we go. Okay. So here's our plate. It's kind of a smoky looking black, which I actually don't mind. Don't feel no bubbles on the edge, which is awesome. One tiny one right there, which I mean, it's pretty small, you can't really see it. So this, like I said, let me say, where's my scissors at real quick. I'm just going to do a little rough cut so you can kind of see what we'll be doing with the vinyl. Not cutting it very well, but again, like I said, it's just a rough cut so you can get the idea of what we're going to do with this. Oops. Well, that didn't work. Alright, so this is kind of going to be what it's, I may make this just a little larger so that it goes out more to the edge. What do you think? So I did just want to come on long enough to demold these. I will be checking back on them later once they've had time to firm up some, because they are a little bendy still. So we will do that. I want to set this on here. I don't know why I grabbed that brush. That's better. All right, friends. So I will be back in a little bit so we can hopefully get our birthday thing made. And I'm just trying to put something under there so it doesn't kind of, there we go, lean over the side and bend. So anyway, so we'll come back in just a little bit, and hopefully I can get this plate mold center done, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Hey everybody, so I let these molds sit for a little while, continue to harden up. In the interim, I did go on my Cricut machine and print this out on transparent printable vinyl, and I was cutting it out. Now I have went ahead and cleaned the plate with alcohol so that it would be clear, and right now I'm going to see if I can get this vinyl off and kind of go from there. Now, if none of y'all, if you haven't seen these before, these are for weeding. They are great. I bought a set of 2 of them off Amazon. They have little sharp points. They are perfect for weeding areas, or if you need to lift up an area that's a little difficult, like this one is trying to be. It's great for doing that as well. So if you haven't got these, do check them out. They're great. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Do see a little area that I need to trim here. Okay. A little bit right there. All right. So I did this in the transparent. If I don't like it, then I'll just redo it on white printable vinyl paper. And I'm going to kind of make a taco out of it here so I can get it the best in the middle that I can. Which I didn't do such a great job, so this little scalloped edge kind of throws you off a little bit, but bubble. Don't want a little bubble. And also the, oh man. Ooh. Little piece of, there we go. Ooh, crap. All right. Back to what I was trying to do, and that was get that little bubble out over here. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, I think I'm gonna recut this in the printable white. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not 100% thrilled with it. So, and like I said, it is for a gift, so I want it to be as perfect as possible. Now, some other things that I have, I don't know if you've had them. I ordered these off Temu. These are actually little pen cutters. This is a really super sharp little knife right there. Hope y'all can see that. See if I can get some of this extra clear off so I can make my decision if I'm going to stick with this or go with the white. And I'm sorry that I'm out of frame. In order for me to get down there really good, I need to see it as close as possible. And I'm not pressing hard enough that I'm actually scratching the plate. Yeah, that's just not as vibrant as I want it to be. I am going to do this again in white. So when I get that done, I will bring it back and show you it. And since this isn't like a DTF, I will need to put some more resin over this here. So let's look at our other piece that we got here. All right, let's see, the Posca markers out. And let's see how these are going to work. I'm wondering if they're going to be, the tip is going to be small enough to get in here properly. Just gonna get me a little micro brush here. See if I can pull. Alright, that's still just a hitch too big. Let me get one of my little brushes. That or I go with acrylic paint. I mean, this is one of the bigger letters, and if it's, I don't know if it's just me, but if it's that, took that long just to do that one letter, and I'm going to have to redo it again, because it's going to need another coat on it. If I want to continue with this, I don't. some alcohol as well and a little brush. All right. So, I'm thinking acrylic paint would be easier than having to keep doing this marker. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, we got one letter done. The good thing is, looking at it from the back, you can see if there is, if there's a mistake or something. All right. There. Yeah, so I am going to not hold y'all here because it's going to take me a minute or two or three or Lord knows how many to get this all painted up. So what I will do is I'm going to find my acrylic paint, and I will put you on a fast forward because, folks, I think we will be here for a little bit. So give me a few, keep that there, and I will get you started on the fast forward journey. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I did reprint the this piece here for the center of it, the sticker or vinyl, whatever. It looks so much more vibrant, and so I've let it the print dry, so hopefully it doesn't smear. And we're going to try to get this on. We use a method that we kind of use on tumblers, and that's doing, you know, to help not get bubbles. So I'm just going to try to get this in here. Let me get my little square. I got these off Temu. They do have like a little soft cloth on them, so you're not using a hard edge. So if I can find them, I'll link them. They are really pretty good. Let's see. I may have it too far up. No, it's gonna be about right. So while I'm doing this, I do want to just kind of update you. You know, I was working on that puzzle piece for a coaster set, but I am under a time constraint. I only have really today and part of tomorrow to get them finished. So what I've decided to do instead is, and the problem is that I only have one of those molds. So I do have this 4 coaster set mold with the holder, so I am going to do that instead. That way I can pour all of them at one time, and they should be plenty cured. I do leave to go to Tennessee on Thursday. So that's why I decided to switch, because I was gone for quite a while this afternoon. I actually treated myself to a facial, so I haven't got as much time to work on this, and I know I've got to help my husband with something tomorrow. I think moving our greenhouse, or my greenhouse, as much as I can with my crazy back. But all right, so that went on really nice. No, it's not going to be perfect. Yeah, I'm too far on this side. Criminy. Well, it's only one thing to see if I can do, and that's get it back up. Probably have a better chance lifting it. Oh, that's what I'm scared of. I don't want to. Oh, there we go. Scratch that black, because it does show. And I am using my gloves because I don't want to mess this print up, because I'm running low on this white printable vinyl, and I much prefer it than to the transparent. That's better. So we'll do one side again. That's better than Cheddar's. Well, I don't know, I like cheddar cheese. Now we'll take probably my fine point black marker here and just touch up that scratch I put there. Yep. Okay. Back over my drawer. Alright, so I'm going to mix up some resin. And I'm going to try to do this set here the way I was doing this puzzle piece. I might try to get some more orange in it though. Maybe a little different. But yeah, this was going to take me a couple days. You know, I could put them on the heat mat, but I just don't want to risk it. So, I will come back to that. Probably just use that for myself. So, also, while I'm thinking about it, you know, we was working on this birthday calendar. It is taking me a lot of time, and it's going to require a lot more time that I don't have. So, I just want to get this set here done. We will come back to that eventually. I do apologize for that. I don't mean to leave you in the lurch, but you know, again, I don't know what tomorrow holds, so I need to get this done while I can. Make sure there's no bubbles here. Okay. So let me go ahead and get the resin mixed up. I am going to use the Bond Crafter 1-to-1 again. I think I'm only going to use maybe an ounce in this bottom. That should do it. And then I'll mix up the resin separately for this once I figure out what I'm going to do. So give me just a second and we'll get that done. Okay, so here's the resin in. Part A, Part B, Bond Crafter. I'm going to put my B in first. Don't ask me why, it's just a habit. And so, like I said, we're going to start out with an ounce on this. And worst case scenario is I have to make up more. All right. So I'm going to use 1 ounce of A and 1 ounce of B. Okay, that's good on that one. Fudge. Oh, at least it turned upside down. It's always a good thing. I might as well got there because I'm going to be using it again here. Okay. Oop, almost made that mistake again. I'm so bad for that sometimes. Yep, right on the money for that one. Get that down there. So once I've poured this, I am going to move it over to the heat mat and let it set for a little bit before I turn it on. And do that. Alexa, set timer for 3.5 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 3.5 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now. And I'll probably fast forward to this so you don't have to sit and watch me mix this, even though it won't take me that long. Now, I can talk to you for 3 minutes, I guess. You may not want to hear me talk. So yeah, so I'm driving to Cleveland, Tennessee, leaving North Carolina on Thursday. I'll be staying there, surprise parties on Friday, and over the past couple of years since I started having different health issues, my sister's church there sends me cards on a monthly basis, and everybody's been praying for me, so I decided to go stay there through Sunday. Well, I come home on Monday and then go to church with them on Sunday, because these people have never met me, and everything that they've done and prayed for and that kind of thing has been so much appreciated. So yeah, so I figured I would stay there and go drive home on Monday, and be back. Because I originally thought about going up on Wednesday and leaving on Sunday, but that means I wouldn't be able to leave church because I need to leave early in the morning to, you know, avoid a lot of traffic and things. And since I-40 is only a 1 lane, I'm taking what's probably going to be a longer route. But at least hopefully it'll be 2 lanes so that if an accident or something was to happen on I-40, you wouldn't be stuck in the traffic for hours and hours and hours and hours. So, that's the hope. And I'm pretty tolerant as far as traffic wise, so, but I still wouldn't want to sit on the interstate block and couldn't go forward or backwards, you know, for hours on end. That just would not be a good thing. So I did try to take a black marker and an orange marker to go around here. I didn't like it, so I took it off. What I may do instead, just now thought of it, I have some Lich Resin black UV resin that I could probably paint on, and it might look better. But I'll see once this is on. I think hopefully it's going to look really good. I'm thinking with these other coasters, I'm not going to use this particular orange. Alexa, stop. Alright, so that was our timer, so we'll get this set for a few minutes and degas while we're doing that. Let me look and see what other orange I do have. I know I have the Knockaround orange by this set that I use a lot. Yeah, I think I'll use the Knockaround. This orange is a little too yellowy to me, so I think I like this Knockaround. I think that's what we're gonna go with for those coasters. And then what I'm thinking, oops, sorry, didn't mean to make so much noise. Then what I'm thinking is I will go on my Cricut. I have some vinyl, I have some black and orange vinyl that I could look at doing just a big T to put right in the middle of each one of them. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and set this orange here. Get this here. I'm glad I looked in this. I see something in my resin. Let me find, there it is. Spritz a little alcohol on that. Give it a minute or two. And then once it's in, you know, it's poured, it'll degas some more, so, and I can take my torch to it. Okay, okay, let's pray, let's pray. Now, if I can get this done today in a reasonable amount of time, I may do another quick video that will pop up. What's today? Today is Tuesday, so this video hopefully will go out tomorrow. And then another video, it'll be a short video on my eye candy purchase I made. So it'll be a quick little video, just something to, you know, put up. That would probably come up on Thursday, since it should be relatively short. And like I said, and then Thursday I will be leaving early in the morning and come home sometime Monday. So hopefully these two videos will correlate with the timing and we'll be good. All right, so let's go ahead, cross our fingers, and get this poured. I hope this is enough. I might should have done 2 ounces, you know, a total of 2 ounces. No, I'm sorry, 3 or 4 ounces. This doesn't look like it is going to be enough. It might be. I'll kind of move it around and see. You know, that may be enough. A little something right there. And I'll have a hair. I'll get that off of me. Yeah, so that looks like it should be good. Now, had this been DTF sticker, I wouldn't have been putting this on. Like I said, this is printable vinyl. And I know eventually it would come off. You know, especially if they tended to wash it or, you know, wipe it down. It would just not be good. Alright, where's my little lighter? Alright. I'm going to set this over on the heat mat table and where it's also level. And then I'll keep watch over it and so we can get on to the next one. I'll be right back. Thank you for your patience. So, oh, excuse me. Tell you, this birthday plaque thing is getting on my nerves. I'm sorry. Oh, and I did find it on Amazon, so I will link it. I don't know if that's where my friend purchased it originally or not. I will tell you this, if you decide to get this mold, you'll have to let me know how it worked out for you, because so far it's like a bane of my existence. And that's why I know one part of the video I showed myself just taking the black acrylic paint and just painting it all over the top. And then this morning I was like, let me check that out. So I wiped it off and it's splotchy. So I don't know. I do not know. We're going to get 2 cups here because, like I said, I don't know how many ounces this will take. I'm guessing about... I'm going to go for 3, and if it's extra, that's fine. It's not like I don't have something poured in. And then I'm thinking that each one of these may be an ounce, ounce and a half. So... let's get our resin mixed up and then we'll decide what we're going to do. Let's see. I said 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and mix up 8 ounces. If I need more, then I need more. Don't need this cup. Well, I may need it, but yeah. So, I'm going to pause here right now real quick. Get it mixed up. And while I'm mixing it up, I will put you back on a fast forward. I haven't yet figured out how to put music to the fast forward, but eventually I will. But until then, you just have to watch it. So hold tight. Alright, folks, I got it all mixed up, and I have the Knockaround Orange and the same glitter as before. I think I'm going to stick with it. So I'm going to split this up, basically half and half. I did make 8 ounces, so I'm going to put 4 ounces in this one and have 4 ounces in the other. I'd let it sit and degas for a few minutes. And look, y'all, this is Bond Crafter. Degassed on its own. No bubble remover. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to get, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say I am going to use this one because if I do the tea, I'm not sure what I'm going to do color, but Tennessee is orange, white, and black, it looks like. I'm going to quite close it yet, since I don't know if I'm going to need more. I'm going to get let's see, we're going to put some more in there. This is extra fine. I don't think it's going to really sink much, but I will probably put 1 to 2 drops of glue in it, the Elmer's clear glue. Can you see that? Alright, let's go ahead and get our orange mixed up. Close this. Remember, always tap your lids, especially if you're like me and you turn them upside down so you can see the colors. I'm getting better at that, so let's try that. Yeah, I like this orange better than that neon orange color. It really just wasn't giving me the vibe that I wanted. As Nikki at Kirk and Nikki say, it wasn't singing to me. I needed to sing to me, and this is. The other orange did not. Now there's another couple, resin couple, that make me laugh because their banter is kind of funny. Well, actually, it's really funny. So if you haven't watched them, go check them out. They are really fun to watch. They do a lot of different things. They do like clay, and they, spray paint. She likes to use Aquacast, and I haven't gotten back to a powder yet. I tried the mix to mold once, and I don't like that texture, that feeling in my fingers. I know I have issues with sensory as far as touch, and that just gives me the willies. So I haven't tried it again, and I don't know if I will. I may try it just to use up this that I have. I tried to give it away, and my friend that also does resin, Chastity, you know who you are, she's like, nope, if you didn't like it, I don't want it. And I'm so I guess I'll find something to do with it at some point in time. Look, y'all, isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I don't think we need any more. I think that's going to be Buddha mess. Buddha mess. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pour the holder first. Don't ask me why. I just think I am. And then we will do the coasters. I will move all of it over to the heat mat. Let it set for a little bit before I turn it on. It can sit over there with the plate. And then about an hour or so, maybe less, I will turn it on. And cross our fingers. All right, so let's go ahead and get this done. Hello everybody, guess what time it is? It's time to demold our pieces. I'm not going to get everything done to the coasters that I wanted to do, only because I'm leaving this morning to head to Tennessee. Little update on the plate. I did get the decal on there, and then I had put a coat of UV resin on top of, not UV resin, epoxy resin. Really wasn't happy with it, so then I poured a little bit more out once that cured, and I just took my finger and I wiped spread it all around. And this is our finished piece. So we got that. And had an extra, actually 2 extras. One is this holographic kitty. I figured I could take that to my niece because she likes cats. And there it is. That is the Hello Kitty holographic keychain or whatever she wants to do with it. And then the other extra for my niece is this little cat. This was with the leftover resin that I had from this. And then I had some extra clear left over. So I used it, made up some white, poured them in this resin, some white alcohol ink rather, because the black is mica powder. Now I have not poured in this little mold before, but being it has a big head, it may be a little difficult to get out. I guess we'll see. Or it could fool me and be relatively easy, I don't know. No, didn't fool me. It's kind of exactly what I thought it would be. So I apologize if I'm out of viewing, but I need to put it, oh, here we go. Okay, let's see. What do you think? Isn't he cute? I'll take a marker and do his little face on him and his little whiskers. And do that. Actually, I may let her do that because she does have a cat. I just can't remember the exact colors and everything, but I don't see any bubbles anywhere, so that's good. Not even under his chin. There is one little tiny one under his underside of his paw. And this, her cat's name is Felix, so hopefully this will be Felix for her. All right, set him over there. And I'm sorry, my nose is going crazy this morning. I am up earlier than what I normally am. Only because I knew I needed to get these out and demolded so I could get them packed up. All right, so the next we're going to do the coaster holder. See how it turned out. I did take the black that some of the black I mixed up and did the backs of these so they would kind of match the plate. Oopie doopie. Okay, got that back in. Okay. No bubbles. And you can see from the inside, some of the black that's on the back. It does have a little bit of trimming I need to do over here. Actually, all the way around. So I will do that. Let me see, where is my deburring tool? See if we can get that done real quick without me wearing it. Actually, where's my little snippers? That's better. If you remember, when I poured this, I had to put jars around it because it was bowing out, and so it does have just maybe a little bit from where I had moved it to the heat mat. And then once I get this done, then I will take a file and just nail file and just lightly sand it. Now, part 1 of this video will be showing coming out at around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today, which is Thursday. And then part 2, I'm hopeful to get it out Sunday or Monday, so y'all have to make sure you come back to see. This side's pretty good. And I'm hoping he likes this. Okay. Probably should switch glasses here real quick. Okay, yeah, that's a little better. I can actually see. Okay. Got my nail file. You want to make sure you go at an angle so that you're not hitting your bottom. Wipe that down with just a little bit of alcohol. Okay, so we got that completed. I thought I'd drop some. All right, so let's pull these coasters out and see what they look like. So a little bit of trimming I'm going to have to do. Yeah, we'll take that. So again, my niece has a Cricut So I'm hoping that I'm going to take the vinyl with me and some UV resin and a small lamp, so I can hopefully get the T's on these. I might be able to get them done before I leave, although I'm really don't know about that. So I'm getting just a little bit of a sure it's not sharp. Okay, here we go. Uno numero. Move this plate. It's early in the morning. I don't want to take a chance on dropping something on it. Okay, there's number 2. We get these little edges off. Okay. There's that one. Okay. Last but not least, it's kind of cool. Although this one has a lot on the edge from where I had to move them from this spot over to my heat mat. And I'm not seeing any bubbles on these, so that's excellent. I'm excited to see my siblings, my sister, my brother, and meet my brother's new girlfriend, Rebecca, and see all the rest of the family. Usually during this weekend, my niece and her husband will come down and spend the holiday here, you know, Labor Day. But this year, because of this special birthday, I'm going to them. So, and the weather is supposed to be super nice again like it was yesterday here, and it's supposed to be about the same there, so I'm looking forward to less humidity, because they're like us where they're at. They have some high humidity sometimes. They're not too far from Chattanooga, so I've lived in Smyrna, Cleveland. I've been Memphis, Millington when I was in the Marines for my training. It's where I met my husband at. Okay. All right, that would be it. Have to borrow that just a little bit. Okay, my friends, so that's the coaster set. This is the plate, and let me show you the stand. So that's that. So I'll take pictures and post them. And again, this video will be out either Sunday or Monday to finish this off. I'm sorry for the delay, but with the time constraints and everything. So I will see you when I return from my trip. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Keep your animals inside if you can, because you know there's big fireworks and they're going to scare them and take the chance of running off. And watch everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye.